Hello, beloved soul, and welcome to Sacred Echoes 1. I am so thankful that you're here today, because the angels have guided you to this message for a divine reason. You didn't stumble across this video by chance. There is something in your spirit that is ready to receive what heaven has been trying to show you. The message today is powerful, personal, and full of divine timing. The angels are saying to you now, your soulmate is about to surprise you, and it has everything to do with location. Before we begin, take a deep breath and center yourself in the presence of peace. I want you to type in the comments, I receive or I believe. This isn't just a comment, it's an act of faith. It tells heaven that you are open, that your heart is ready, and that you are aligned with the divine plan that's unfolding for your life. And if this is your first time joining us here, welcome to our family of light. Be sure to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the divine messages that your soul needs in this season. Now, beloved, let's dive deeper into what the angels are revealing about your soulmate and the power of location. The angels are saying that your next divine connection, your soulmate encounter or reconnection, is being orchestrated not just through timing, but through placement. You are being positioned for destiny. The place where you are, the places you visit, the areas that keep calling your spirit, none of that is random. God is guiding your steps toward an appointed meeting, and heaven is saying, pay attention to where I'm leading you. Psalm 37:23 says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. This means that every step you take, every unexpected turn, every sudden change in direction, it's all part of a divine route that leads to something or someone significant. Your soulmate is not far away, but their connection to you will come through a divine intersection, a moment where location, timing, and faith collide perfectly. For many of you, the angels say you've been feeling restless lately. You've felt a pull in your spirit to move, travel, explore, or simply step outside your usual routines. Maybe you've been dreaming about new places, seeing signs pointing toward certain cities, or finding yourself drawn to unfamiliar environments. The angels are saying this is not wanderlust, it's divine guidance. Heaven is preparing a meeting point for you and your soulmate, and that meeting is tied to place. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. This verse speaks of movement, of preparation, of a pathway being created. The way in the wilderness could be that new job opportunity, that sudden invitation, or even that unexpected detour that leads you to the exact spot where your paths cross. The angels are showing me that some of you will meet your soulmate while traveling or in a new environment, perhaps a city you visit briefly, a park you rarely go to, or even a location you're drawn to for no logical reason. You'll find yourself there at the perfect moment, and it will feel like divine choreography. You might bump into someone, exchange a smile, or have a short conversation that feels unusually warm. In that instant, your soul will recognize something before your mind even catches up. For others, this isn't about a new place, it's about a shift in your current space. The angels are saying your environment is being prepared. Perhaps your soulmate is moving closer to you. Maybe they're relocating, taking a job, or visiting a place near where you live. The distance between you is being shortened. Heaven is rearranging coordinates, and what once seemed far away is suddenly within reach. Acts 17:26 says, from one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. That means even the places you live, the boundaries of where you go, are not accidents. God has marked out your locations and times, ensuring that divine appointments happen when hearts are ready. Beloved, your angels are saying your soulmate's surprise will come through an unexpected meeting point. It could be a place that feels ordinary, but the energy will feel extraordinary. You might feel an inner nudge that says, "Go there today," or "Take this route instead." Pay attention to those gentle whispers. That's how your angels guide you. You may wonder why the angels emphasize location so much in this season. It's because energy aligns with geography. Some places carry divine vibrations, places where prayers have been answered, where spiritual portals are open, where destiny unfolds easily. When you are aligned spiritually, you are guided to these exact places. And when you arrive, it feels like time slows down. Everything clicks, and suddenly, your spirit feels at home. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight." You may not understand why you feel drawn to a certain cafe, church, park, or even city, but trust that God is aligning your steps with divine purpose. The angels are showing that your soulmate is also receiving signs about you. They may not know why they feel drawn to travel somewhere, or why they feel restless where they are, but their spirit is being nudged too. You and your soulmate are like two magnets, being pulled by invisible forces until the right moment brings you face to face. For some, this surprise will unfold in the form of divine coincidence. You'll realize you were in the same location as them before, maybe multiple times, but never met until now. You'll see how perfectly orchestrated it all was. You'll say to yourself, "Only God could have arranged this." Romans 8:28 promises us, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose." That means nothing in your life happens randomly, not your moves, not your delays, not even the detours. Everything is connected, working together toward the divine intersection of your paths. The angels want to remind you of something very important. When this happens, you will feel peace. Divine meetings carry peace, not confusion. You'll know because your heart will feel calm, even if your mind feels surprised. God doesn't bring you chaos. He brings confirmation. Beloved, I sense that for many of you, your angels have been preparing you for a location shift spiritually and physically. You may have recently felt that your season is changing, that your spirit no longer feels at home in certain places, around certain people, or doing the same things. This is a sign that heaven is moving you into alignment with your soulmate's energy. When your vibration rises, God often relocates you to where your next chapter begins. Sometimes, your location changes because your purpose changes. And when your purpose evolves, your connections evolve too. That's why some friendships fade, jobs end, or doors close. It's not rejection, it's relocation. It's God saying, "I have a new space where your destiny will grow." Deuteronomy 1:6 says, "You have stayed long enough at this mountain." That's the message many of you need to hear right now. You've stayed long enough in stagnation, in comfort, in places that no longer reflect your growth. God is calling you to move not out of fear, but out of faith. Because the blessing, the encounter, the surprise, it's not behind you. It's ahead of you. Your angels are saying that when your soulmate enters your life again, or for the first time, you'll realize that everything from where you worked, to where you walked, to where you prayed was leading up to this moment. The divine GPS has been rerouting you both to the same destination. And beloved, even if you've moved far away from where you once were, trust that God can still align you. Geography is no barrier for heaven. The God who placed the stars in the sky can align two souls across oceans if He chooses to. When He says it's time, distance dissolves, obstacles fade, and alignment happens effortlessly. Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." That's the assurance of divine direction. You're not walking blindly. Every step you take is guided by love. You may start to notice that certain places bring you a sense of déjà vu or peace, as if you've been there before. That's often a sign of soul recognition. It's your spirit remembering where destiny will unfold. These sacred spaces are like spiritual meeting points where heaven meets earth, where prayers meet answers, and where your journey meets theirs. Beloved, the angels are saying this season is all about movement and obedience. Don't ignore the signs to move when your heart feels that gentle push. If you feel guided to attend a new event, take a different route home, or visit a place that calls to your spirit, follow that feeling. God often hides miracles in ordinary places. When Ruth followed Naomi to Bethlehem, she didn't know she was walking into her destiny, but God knew. In Ruth 2-3, it says, as it turned out, she was working in a field belonging to Boaz. That's how divine alignment works, as it turned out. One small act of obedience can lead you directly into your blessing. The same will happen for you. One small decision, one shift in location will lead you to your divine appointment. You may walk into a place thinking it's just another day, but heaven will already have everything set in motion. If this word resonates with your spirit, I want you to take a moment to like this video right now. It helps more hearts find this message. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1. Beloved soul, as you continue to listen to this message, I want you to feel how close this moment truly is. The angels are saying that your soulmate is being moved, yes, physically moved closer to you. There are transitions happening behind the scenes right now that you cannot see. Heaven is rearranging the map of your life and their life, piece by piece, until both of you stand in the same divine space at the same divine time. You see, beloved, God doesn't just bring people together through timing alone. He brings them together through divine geography. Every blessing, every encounter, every divine connection has a spiritual coordinate. That means there is a where to your miracle. And right now, the angels are saying that your where is being prepared. Some of you may have been feeling that subtle call in your spirit to move, travel, or simply step outside of your usual environment. Perhaps you've been thinking about visiting a specific place, relocating, or even just trying something new in your own city. That desire is not random. It's a holy pull. It's heaven's way of saying, this is where the next part of your story begins. Abraham in Genesis 12:1 heard God say, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you." God didn't tell him all the details. He didn't explain what would happen next. He simply gave the instruction to move. And when Abraham obeyed, he walked straight into the blessing that changed his destiny. The same is true for you. The angels say that your soulmate's journey is mirroring yours in mysterious ways. They might also be hearing that same spiritual whisper, feeling the same push to go somewhere new or take a different route. What neither of you realize yet is that your paths are converging. Every small decision, every detour, every unexpected stop is guiding you both to the same destination. Sometimes, God will change your physical environment to activate your spiritual promise. Maybe you'll feel drawn to attend a new event, join a group, or visit a cafe, park, or store that you've never been to before. It might seem simple, but those simple choices create opportunities for divine intersections. Your angels are guiding you to the exact coordinates where destiny will unfold. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way. Walk in it.'" That voice, beloved, is what you're hearing now. It's that feeling in your gut that tells you to trust your intuition, to go even when you don't fully understand why. That is how heaven speaks, through quiet knowing, through peace. And I feel strongly that for many of you, this message is confirmation. You've been asking God for a sign. Should you stay or should you go? Should you take that opportunity? Should you explore that place that keeps coming into your mind? The angels are saying yes. Follow the peace, because the peace is the path. Your soulmate's energy is magnetically connected to yours. And when you follow divine peace, you draw them nearer. Even if they are across the world, the spiritual connection between you acts like a thread pulling both of you toward the same location, the same vibration, the same season of readiness. When God orchestrates meetings, they are never accidental. Think of the story of Jacob and Rachel in Genesis 29. Jacob traveled to a well far from home, and there he found Rachel, the love of his life. He didn't know that when he began the journey, but the well had already been chosen by God as the meeting place. That well was sacred ground, the place where destiny became visible. You have a well too, beloved, a divine location where the person meant for you will appear. The angels are saying that location holds memory. When you step into your divine location, your spirit will recognize it before your mind does. You'll feel peace. You'll feel purpose. You'll feel that indescribable, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And when your soulmate enters that space, there will be instant familiarity, as if you've known them all your life. That's what divine location does. It activates recognition. Psalm 16:11 says, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy." The path of life isn't always straight, beloved. Sometimes it winds, sometimes it circles, but every turn brings you closer to the moment God has been preparing all along. Right now, the angels say that God is using what seems ordinary to position you for the extraordinary. Maybe your car breaks down and you end up talking to someone who changes your life. Maybe you feel an urge to take a walk in a place you've never been before, and you meet a stranger whose eyes seem to look straight into your soul. Maybe you take a job, move homes, or attend an event that you almost skipped, and that becomes the divine moment heaven has been planning all along. Beloved, God's orchestration is flawless. He doesn't just plan the when, He plans the where. And sometimes He will even close doors in your old locations so you don't miss the open door in the new one. That's why certain things stop working in familiar places. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Isaiah 55:9 reminds us, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." You may not understand the why behind every move, but trust the divine where that God is leading you toward. The angels are also showing that this next season in your life will feel like divine coincidences, but they won't be coincidences at all. You might hear someone mention a place, then see a photo of it later that same day, and then get invited to go there soon after. That repetition is heaven's confirmation. Pay attention to those patterns. They are guiding you to the right location for your miracle. There's something powerful about being in the right place at the right time. When Ruth was gathering grain in the fields, she didn't know that field belonged to Boaz. She was just being obedient, doing what was in front of her. But God used that obedience to create divine alignment. Ruth 2-3 says, "As it turned out, she found herself working in a field belonging to Boaz." As it turned out, those 4 words are the language of destiny. And soon, beloved, you will have your own "as it turned out" moment. You'll look back and realize that what seemed random was actually sacred. The angels say that heaven has already written your meeting into the coordinates of time. It's simply waiting for you to arrive in faith. Maybe you've been feeling discouraged because you've been praying for your soulmate for so long. You've asked God, when will it happen? How will it happen? But what if the answer isn't just about time? What if it's about being in the right place? God may have been preparing both you and your soulmate separately, waiting for both of you to be aligned not just emotionally and spiritually, but geographically. And now that alignment is almost complete. Proverbs 20:24 says, "A person's steps are directed by the Lord. How then can anyone understand their own way?" You might not see the whole path, but your steps are already being guided. Every move, every change, every pull in your spirit, it's leading you toward a moment that will feel like destiny colliding with reality. The angels want you to prepare yourself not just spiritually, But practically, keep your energy open. Be willing to say yes to new experiences. Visit the places that bring you peace. Accept that last-minute invitation. Take that small risk. Sometimes your soulmate doesn't find you because you're waiting behind walls of routine. Step into the flow of faith. And beloved, as this divine alignment unfolds, be mindful of gratitude. When you sense God's hand guiding you, thank Him immediately. Gratitude is what keeps doors open. The angels say that every thank you speak is like oil on the gears of destiny. It keeps everything moving smoothly in divine order. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. That peace is your compass. If you feel it, move with it. Beloved, I want you to hold on to this truth. Your soulmate's surprise is not coming through chance. It's coming through divine placement. God is the master of connection, and right now, He is drawing the map that brings your two souls together. The angels are already preparing the environment, arranging divine appointments, whispering directions, and aligning timing down to the smallest details. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. Every place you go in this next season has purpose. Even if you take a wrong turn, heaven can use it. Nothing can derail what God has ordained. Romans 8:31 says, if God is for us, who can be against us? That means no distance, no delay, and no misunderstanding can stop what heaven has written. Your story is unfolding right now. And soon, beloved, the surprise that your angels have been hinting at will manifest right before your eyes. Take a deep breath and feel that peace in your heart. That's your confirmation. The same presence that's guiding you now is the same presence that will guide your soulmate. And when the time and place align, you will both recognize it instantly. It will feel like home. If this message has stirred your heart, please take a moment to like this video. It helps more souls find these messages that lift and restore faith. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss when heaven speaks again through this space. Now, in the comments below, write blessed and ready. Let heaven know that you are ready for this divine location shift. Beloved soul, as you take in this message, let your heart rest in the truth that the same God who placed the stars in the sky has also placed you exactly where you need to be. The angels are saying your location is not random, it's chosen, blessed, and divinely timed. Even now, shifts are happening around you that you may not yet see. What feels like delay is actually divine coordination. Heaven is moving pieces in perfect harmony, bringing two souls into alignment through space, distance, and destiny. The angels are saying your soulmate is being guided just as carefully as you are. They might not even realize it yet, but their spirit is responding to invisible directions. God is whispering to them through circumstances, through feelings, through those small but unmistakable nudges that say, go there, or turn here, or reach out now. And while you may not yet know the details, trust that both of your journeys are being written by the same divine author. You may be wondering, why does God place such importance on location? Couldn't we just meet anywhere? But beloved, divine timing is not just about when, it's about where. The right meeting in the wrong place won't produce the same outcome. God designs certain places to carry spiritual energy, divine purpose, and blessings that activate what's been sleeping within you. There are certain environments where your spirit feels more alive, more aligned, more open. And it's often in those places where miracles happen. Think of Moses. When he encountered God in the burning bush, it wasn't in a grand temple or a crowded city. It was in the quiet wilderness, the place where he least expected it. Yet that was the appointed ground for revelation. The Lord said in Exodus 3-5, take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. Beloved, there will be a moment when you realize that the place you're standing, whether it's a cafe, a bookstore, an airport, or even a local park, is holy ground. Because it's the place heaven chose for your divine meeting. The angels are also saying that your soulmate's energy has been circling around yours, like two magnets being drawn closer by unseen forces. You may have felt it already, a sudden sense of calm, an unexplained happiness, or even a wave of peace that comes over you for no apparent reason. That's their spirit brushing against yours in the spiritual realm, preparing you both for the physical meeting that's coming soon. God is a God of connection, and He uses the physical world to manifest spiritual truths. That's why the angels keep showing you signs tied to movement and location, images of paths, roads, bridges, maps, airports, trains, even water. These are all symbols of transition and divine positioning. They are heaven's way of saying, keep moving forward. You're almost there. Beloved, I feel strongly that many of you have been sensing a need to step into new environments. Maybe you've been feeling prompted to visit a new church, attend a gathering, take a short trip, or change your daily routine. Those impulses are not coincidences. They are divine instructions. Sometimes the smallest change in your path leads to the greatest shift in your destiny. When Eliezer, Abraham's servant, prayed for guidance to find Isaac's future wife, he said in Genesis 24:12, "Lord, God of my master Abraham, make me successful today and show kindness to my master Abraham. See, I am standing beside this spring, and the daughters of the townspeople are coming out to draw water." It was there, in that specific location, that he met Rebekah, the one God had chosen. The place mattered. It was the divine setup for a promise to be fulfilled. Your angels want you to know the same applies to you. There's a spring, a meeting point, a sacred space already chosen. You will know it not because of what it looks like, but because of how it feels. It will feel like peace. It will feel like recognition. Your soul will whisper, "I was meant to be here." Some of you have been feeling as if your current surroundings no longer fit you. You might feel spiritually restless, disconnected from people or places that once brought you comfort. That's because your spirit is outgrowing this season's geography. It's not that something is wrong. It's that something new is calling you forward. Isaiah 32:18 says, "My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest." That place of rest is not just a physical location. It's also the energetic environment where your soul can thrive. God is guiding you toward environments that match your next level, both spiritually and emotionally. And beloved, your soulmate is being led toward that same environment. Their steps are moving closer to yours. Even as you hear this message, they might be feeling that pull to visit or move somewhere that will bring them into your orbit. Heaven has already mapped out how and where your paths will cross. You don't need to worry about finding them, just stay in alignment, and the meeting will happen naturally. Sometimes, that alignment comes through sudden shifts. You may lose a job, get an invitation you weren't expecting, or have to travel unexpectedly. But every shift has purpose. The angels are saying that disruptions are often divine redirections. Don't be afraid when plans change. Every closed door and every detour is designed to move you closer to your divine encounter. In Acts 16:6-10, Paul and his companions tried to preach the word in Asia, but the Holy Spirit stopped them. Instead, Paul received a vision in the night of a man from Macedonia calling out, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." Immediately, Paul changed direction, and it was in that new location that his next mission and miracles began. God still works that way today. He may close a path to open a better one. If you've been feeling uncertain about whether to move, change cities, or start a new routine, ask God for confirmation through peace. Peace is your compass. Anxiety is not from God. If you feel peace when you think about it, That's heaven's green light. Philippians 4:7 says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Trust that inner knowing, beloved. The angels also want to remind you that your soulmate's surprise may not look dramatic, but it will feel miraculous. You may cross paths in a simple, almost casual way, but your spirit will know instantly. You might feel your heart skip a beat, or time might seem to slow down for a moment. You'll sense something holy about the encounter. That's not imagination, that's recognition. Souls recognize what the mind cannot yet explain. This person might come from another town, city, or even country. Their arrival into your life could happen through travel, work, or mutual connections. But when it happens, you'll look back and realize how perfectly orchestrated it all was. Every delay, every wrong turn, every moment of waiting was preparing the path for that precise meeting. Romans 8:18 says, "The sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed in us." That means everything you've been through, the waiting, the longing, the lessons was never wasted. It was preparation. And the glory that is about to be revealed through this connection will make every tear worth it. Beloved, I can feel heaven's excitement for you. The angels are surrounding you with encouragement, reminding you that the path ahead is blessed. Every place your feet touch has purpose. Every place you are led to carries a piece of your destiny. You are not wandering aimlessly, you are being divinely positioned for love, healing, and joy. When you begin to notice synchronicities, seeing repeated numbers, symbols, or hearing certain names and cities more than once, take that as confirmation. Heaven communicates through repetition. When something keeps appearing in your path, pay attention. It's often a clue pointing you toward the place where your next miracle is waiting. Psalm 121:8 says, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore." This is heaven's promise that wherever you go, you are protected, guided, and blessed. So walk boldly into this next chapter. You don't need to fear what's ahead. God is already there. Beloved, I encourage you to open your heart right now and say these words with faith. Lord, I trust you to lead me to the right place at the right time. I trust that my soulmate and I are being aligned perfectly in your divine plan. Say it out loud. Let your spirit feel the truth of it. Because when you speak faith, you activate divine motion. If this message is speaking to your soul, take a moment to like this video. It helps more souls find the messages they need to strengthen their faith and restore hope. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss the next divine word that Heaven sends through this space. In the comments below, type "blessed and ready" as your final act of faith for this part of the message. Those words are a declaration that you are prepared to step into divine alignment and receive the miracle that's tied to your location. And beloved, stay tuned, because in the next part of this message, we will go even deeper into what happens when this divine meeting occurs, how to recognize it without fear, how to move in spiritual maturity, and how to keep God at the center of the connection so that it becomes everything Heaven intended it to be. Your angels are smiling even now, because the distance between you and your miracle is shrinking. The path is clear, the moment is near, and the love that has your name on it is already moving in your direction. Beloved soul, as we go even deeper into this divine message, take a quiet moment and let your heart settle. Feel the peace around you, because that peace is not coming from this world. It is coming from heaven itself, wrapping you in calm assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The angels are saying that your soulmate is closer than you think, and the place where your lives will cross paths has already been chosen. The time is aligning, the energy is aligning, and now heaven is aligning the place. There's something so beautiful about the way God works. He doesn't just plan outcomes, He plans moments. He doesn't just write beginnings. He writes divine locations into your story. Your soulmate's presence in your life will not be random. It will happen at an appointed place, at an appointed time, under divine conditions. And when it happens, beloved, you will know. You won't need to ask anyone if it's real. Your heart will confirm it before words ever do. The angels are showing that this next chapter of your life is going to unfold through small but meaningful movements. Some of you will receive invitations to go somewhere that doesn't make sense at first: an event, a meeting, a spontaneous trip. Go. That nudge is heaven's hand. Others will find themselves drawn to certain places in your city: a park, a shop, a cafe, or even a quiet spot where you feel inexplicable peace. The angels are saying, follow that peace. God is guiding your steps with invisible precision. When Ruth followed Naomi to Bethlehem, she wasn't chasing love. She was simply following obedience. Yet in that obedience, love found her. She didn't have to strategize or force anything. The moment she arrived in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing, destiny revealed itself. Boaz wasn't just in her story by chance, he was in her path. That's what's happening for you. God is preparing your path, and your soulmate is already walking toward it. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in their way." You are walking in those ordered steps right now. Even if you feel like you don't know what's next, heaven knows exactly where you are going. Every time you felt lost, every time plans have shifted unexpectedly, it's because God was rerouting you toward a divine meeting point. You see detours, He sees direction. For many of you, the angels say that your soulmate's move is already in motion. Some of them are relocating for work, others for family, and some are simply feeling that mysterious urge to go somewhere new. They might not even understand why they're drawn to this change, but their spirit does. Heaven is whispering to both of you, pulling you toward the same space and time. It may not happen the way you imagine. You might not meet in some grand romantic moment. It could be simple, even ordinary. But you'll feel it. There will be that spark of recognition, that peace that silences the world for just a second. That's how heaven reveals its fingerprints, through quiet certainty. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." This is your season, beloved. It's the season of movement, the season of divine placement, the season of open doors. You are being moved into the right spaces to receive what God has already promised you. The angels are also showing that location doesn't just refer to where you are physically, it also speaks to the condition of your spirit. Your inner atmosphere must match the outer miracle. If your spirit is full of faith, gratitude, and peace, you become a magnet for divine timing. But if fear, bitterness, or impatience take hold, they can cloud your perception of what's already being prepared for you. That's why your angels have been helping you release old pain to make room for what's coming. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But they who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles." Waiting doesn't mean sitting still, it means trusting while moving forward. It means walking through each day with expectation that God's hand is guiding even the smallest details. Beloved, when your soulmate appears, your heart will know. It won't come through guessing or overanalyzing. It will come through peace. God's presence brings peace, not confusion. The angels say this person will bring calm energy into your life. You won't have to chase or question. The connection will flow naturally, because it's built on divine timing and spiritual recognition. Some of you have been wondering why past connections didn't work out, why certain people disappeared, or why something that once felt right suddenly fell apart. The angels want you to know it wasn't rejection, it was protection. You couldn't stay where you were because your promise wasn't there. God was closing doors to move you closer to the one that would open at the right location and the right time. Proverbs 16:9 reminds us, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." You may have thought you were in control of your path, but all along, heaven was establishing the route. Every heartbreak, every shift, every delay, it was shaping your journey so you could stand where your blessing would find you. Beloved, this surprise your angels are speaking of is not something small, it's a divine turning point. Some of you will experience it through relocation. Others will see it unfold right where you are, through divine connections that happen unexpectedly. God may even bring this person to your city, your community, or your workplace. When divine timing says yes, everything else rearranges to make it happen. The angels say that this love is not a distraction, it's an assignment. When you meet, it will awaken parts of you that have been waiting to be activated. You'll find yourself more inspired, more peaceful, more connected to your faith. This connection won't pull you away from God, it will draw you closer. Romans 12:12 says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer." This verse is your guide right now. Stay joyful, stay patient, stay faithful, because the moment of divine crossing is approaching. The coordinates are aligning, and soon the spiritual will manifest in the physical. You may even feel subtle signs as it draws near. Your dreams might become clearer. Your intuition might grow stronger. You might feel a sudden burst of excitement or peace for no apparent reason. These are energetic signals from heaven telling you, it's close. Beloved, I can feel the angels smiling over you right now. They're saying, it's almost time. Your story is about to shift from waiting to witnessing. You've prayed, you've trusted, and now you're about to see the fruit of that faith. The person meant for you is not just being guided to you, they're being refined for you. Just as you've been refined for them. Sometimes God will let two souls walk parallel lives for years, only to merge them at the right divine moment. You might discover that you and your soulmate have been in the same city, visited the same places, or shared mutual friends without ever crossing paths until now. Because when it's divine, timing is everything. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord." That waiting is not empty. It's sacred. It's what makes the moment of fulfillment so miraculous. You are walking through the final steps of alignment. And your location, your physical and spiritual placement is the key. Beloved, I want you to say this out loud wherever you are. God, I trust you to position me where I need to be. I trust you to guide my steps to the place where my destiny unfolds. I am ready. Feel the peace in that declaration. The angels hear it. Heaven acknowledges it. Every word you speak in faith becomes a seed that heaven waters. And as you hold this truth, remember this. Your soulmate's surprise will not just be about meeting, it will be about meaning. When they enter your life, you'll both understand that every step was leading to this. It will confirm that God's plan was never delayed, only designed perfectly. If this word has touched your heart, take a moment to like this video right now. It helps others find divine messages like this, especially those who may need confirmation that God is still working behind the scenes in their love story. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss when heaven releases another message meant just for you. Each word is prayed over, inspired by the Spirit, and sent to guide you toward peace, purpose, and divine timing. Finally, type in the comments, "Blessed and ready." These words are your declaration of faith, your way of telling heaven, I'm prepared for what you have planned. I'm open to move where you lead me. The angels see your words as light. Every declaration of faith you make is noticed in the spiritual realm. Beloved, your miracle is closer than you think. Your soulmate is not lost, they're being positioned. Every mile, every step, every moment is bringing you closer together. Soon, the divine intersection will appear. It may feel like chance, but it's not. It's destiny in motion. So stay peaceful. Keep your heart open. Keep following the small nudges. Heaven knows exactly where to find you, and when the moment comes, it will be so natural, so seamless, that you'll know God's hand was on it all along. Beloved soul, as this divine message comes to an end, take one last deep breath and feel how close heaven is to you right now. The angels are surrounding you in peace, whispering softly that everything you've been waiting for is already aligning. Your soulmate surprise, the one tied to divine location, divine timing, and divine orchestration, is closer than you think. God has been moving things behind the scenes, guiding every step, and placing every piece in its perfect position. This isn't just another moment. This is your confirmation. Heaven wants you to know that where you are, where you're being led, and where you're about to go all matter deeply. Every movement, every nudge, every door that opens is part of the divine map of your destiny. You are not lost, you are being positioned for love, for joy, for restoration. So as we close today, take a moment and type in the comments, "Blessed and ready." Let those words echo through the heavens as a declaration of your faith. You are telling God, "I trust you, I'm ready to be led. I'm open to the divine surprise you've prepared for me." The angels are rejoicing as you speak those words in faith, because heaven always moves in response to belief. If this message touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video. Your simple act of faith helps these divine words reach more souls who are waiting for guidance, comfort, and hope. You never know, your one share could be the very reason someone rediscovers their faith or finds strength to believe again. So please, share this message with your friends and family. Let God's light move through you to bless someone else today. And if you haven't already, I lovingly invite you to subscribe to Sacred Echoes 1 and click the notification bell so you never miss the next divine message that heaven sends your way. Each video here is created through prayer, spiritual insight, and divine inspiration to remind you that you are seen, loved, and guided every single day. Beloved, remember this: God's timing is never late, His placement is never wrong, and His love for you never fails. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. So keep walking in faith. Keep listening to that quiet voice inside you. Keep trusting that every step forward is bringing you closer to your promise. Your soulmate is being guided to you. The place, the moment, the alignment, it's all being written right now in heaven's perfect order. Soon, you will look back and say, "God, you truly knew what you were doing all along." Thank you for spending this sacred time here with me today. May peace follow you wherever you go. May love surround you in every season. And may your angels continue to guide you gently toward everything that has your name on it. Until we meet again in the next message, stay faithful, stay expectant, and stay ready for the miracle that's on its way. I'll see you soon, beloved. God bless you always.